What's up, guys? Ruben here with the ManzanoMan Adventure YouTube channel. It is a beautiful time of year here in New Mexico. The river valley is really starting to light up with fall color. Rio Grande River trees just have a cool way of just displaying some fall color. Later on today, I do plan on getting out there, setting up on a little turkey hunt. This part of New Mexico, turkey are far and few in between. But that's the challenge that I like to have today, is just getting out there, see if we could spot up a turkey. If not, we're just getting out here and exploring a new area. All right, man, we are finally getting up away from camp. Feels good to be out here. I was out here in spring doing a javelina hunt, which I was successful. Cool hunt out here, by the way. And while I was out here looking for javelina, I actually happened to come across a small flock of turkey out here. So I kept a mental note and decided, hey, come out here whenever there's a opening for it, see if you could come across some turkey out here. Now, mind you, this area is not really rich with turkey, so by all means the odds are ever against me, needless to say, but I love a challenge. I really look forward to spending the night out here on the cot, just hanging out. It is fall here in the desert, so daytime highs out here, if you're wondering, they get about 60, maybe mid 70s, and then at nighttime they could drop off pretty quick. So we might see freezing temps tonight, if not just above. We'll definitely be in the low 30s, and if worst case scenario, upper 20s for sure. So what a dramatic change in temperature out here when you're in the desert. But yeah, in this type of environment, you could see mule deer, fox, coyote, occasionally a bobcat, mountain lion, elk. Let's see what else. Javelina, of course, was successful out here. And of course, there's wild turkey. So really cool to know that here in the desert you could find a variety of different animals that live out here. Earlier, actually further north of where I'm at right now, I came across a fox and probably about 4 or 5 deer. Obviously too skittish, and they ran away real quick, much faster than I could even break out a camera and get a photo of them. One thing I noticed as I was getting things all situated to come out here is I actually forgot my breathable camo shirt. So this is all I'm rolling with. It's too hot to put on a sweater, which I do have to kind of camo up, but my intent is to not go and hunt right now, but rather to go out here, try to find some tracks. And I got a game trail camera that I want to set up back here somewhere, just to kind of have an extra set of eyes doing some glassing out here instead of me doing the work. One cool thing about this camera is it was actually provided to me by GardePro. So yeah, they reached out to me, they want to do a collaboration, and so I'm out here in the process of getting this camera set up. Big intent, it's a cellular camera. So the cool thing about this is if you get a subscription, which is pretty affordable, I think it's like $7 a month, and I think you get like 500 pictures and so much live video feed to your home, so that's pretty cool. This is, you know, doing the work for you, and you don't even have to come back like you do with traditional trail cameras and pull a SD card and try to figure out what's on there. This one updates you in real time what's going on without you being there. So yeah, let's go out there, get this set up. Yeah, got some duck calls in here. Don't need those right now. Let's see here. Got my orange vest. Of course, I'm not going to put that on right now. I know it's, you know, hunter safety related to have that on you, but trust me, this area, I'll be lucky to see somebody out here, and if I do, they're out here just cruising around checking things out. This is like I said, it's not an area that's rich in turkeys, so those guys are out somewhere else where there's more of a dense population. I'm here lucky to see if I even come across one. But yeah, I'll keep putting things together here, and I'll stop rambling and catch up with you guys here in a moment when I am actually making some tracks back here. Alright guys, let's head back in here. I gotta go get to the trail here, but I took my helmet and I'm gonna stash it back here a little bit away from the road, just so I could feel a little more secure about that. Again, I don't think anybody's gonna come by here, but you never know. Yeah, this is real tight through here. At some point I'll end up doing a little bit of a bushwhack, I'm sure. I think I'm gonna go ahead and set the helmet right over here. Got a nice little area to drop that guy. Yeah, there it is right there. But let's go ahead and start making our way back. Walked right into a tree branch there. We made it pretty far back in here, and well, I got some good news and I got some bad news. Well, start off with the bad news. Bad news is not a single turkey track out here. I've already kind of anticipated that might be the case, just with the sign that I saw last time I saw them out here. It's not a very populated area with those type of birds, but the other side, let's talk about the good news. Good news is I hit a crazy game trail. I mean, there's a coyote, javelina, deer, and of course cows. What would be an area out here without cows? I mean, you could come out here and just find cows in some of the most weirdest places, and this is one of them. But man, the water here is stagnant. I ran across a little creek bed right here. This is actually something that feeds off the Rio Grande River, but man, it is so dry out here. I mean, I just can't believe how unacceptable this weather is right now. I mean, come on, give us some moisture, rain gods, snow gods for the mountains. I mean, yeah, record temperatures right now as we speak, but this is insane. Yeah, I mean, it just has a smell of just stagnant water right now. There's nothing running. Terrible. But you could definitely see the reason why there's a lot of track around here. There's water, and where there's water, there is going to be wildlife. Pretty neat area, that's for sure. Yeah, check this out. A lot of shells out here. Yeah. Well, I definitely think that I'm going to place that trail camera back here somewhere. I really think that over the course of time I will have something worthwhile on this, and then I'll have to come back and retrieve this camera. But I'll leave it here for a little while, see what comes across it. Alright guys, let's go ahead and get this thing powered on. I didn't do anything special with it. All I did was turn it to a 2-burst photo, put it on video photo. I upped the video quality to 1296 is what I believe the max is at. And then I also maxed out the megapixels when it comes to photos, and I don't recall exactly, but I think it was somewhere around 36, and it could have even been 44. So pretty generous megapixel when it comes to trail cam pics. But yeah, this thing also comes with the rechargeable lithium ion battery pack, so no longer having to carry around AA batteries and swapping out batteries all the time. So you could just put that guy in and recharge it. So with that being said, I'm also anxious to see just how well this battery pack performs. These also come with a solar panel, which I do have one, but for the purpose of this video, I just wanted to come out and test this battery pack to see how well it performs. So let's go ahead and power this up. And go ahead and hit start. I already got everything set up to the way I want it. It's pretty secure here, the way I mounted it. So I don't anticipate having any issues with this camera falling. So looking off that direction, there's one game trail, and coming this way, there's the other one, but they come and merge right at this point right here, and there's just all sorts of tracks. You could tell by looking at all the hooved prints. Deer, javelina, and of course, like I said, cows. But it comes off this way, and right there is where I had that trail camera set up. You could see it right there. But there's also another game trail that intersects with this one, and it comes off from around that way right there. So again, this one comes in and hits right here at this point, and that trail cam is right there. So I think we got it in a good spot. I definitely got it out of the position of the sun, so we should not have any oversaturated images or any blown out pictures just being washed out by all the bright sun hitting the lens there. So yeah, really cool place here. A lot of tracks just going in and across this smelly creek. But my God, we need some rain, man. That creek needs to move. Well, I'm hiking out of this jungle back here. Man, is it one that is rough going. A lot of bushwhacking through here for sure. You get to some places where you could get through fairly easy, and then you get really crowded up, scratched, and you just got to keep pushing forward. And man, I cannot wait to get out of this thick stuff. is just after 4:30 in the afternoon. Sun sets at about 5:15 this evening. So yeah, we don't have too much time before it gets dark. So I'd like to get back, get things kind of situated. I don't know exactly where I need to go in at. I know it's around here somewheres. There we go, I think. Pretty sure it is. Yeah, this is it. Yeah, everything's unmarked out here. There's no campgrounds. You just come out here, set up, find something that works for you, and most of the time you find yourself in a really cool remote spot. And I think I got myself a pretty sweet spot back here with a nice open view just out to the southwest over here. Yeah, here is camp, and there's that view that I'm talking about. I mean, that's a sweet view. It's just wide open. I got some far off mountain peaks out there. I do believe that's part of the San Mateo mountain chain. I think that's we're looking at Blue Mountain Peak. I believe that's up there above 10,000 feet in elevation. All right, let's get this all set up here. I think what I'm going to do is lay it here in the back of the truck, primarily for the reason that there's just a lot of unlevel ground and there's just a lot of deadfall. And so up here, at least, you know, it's a level surface, and it just makes things that much more easier to find a good level spot to sleep on. So yeah, plus the better your truck is multi-use, might as well take advantage of it. Yeah, I don't have access to traditional rocks around here to make a fire pit, but a little bit of a hole in this sand is going to do fine. Really looking forward to having a campfire. All right. It is 7:30 on the dot, no joke. And it's beer 30, I'll tell you that. So I got something new here. It's the Samuel Adams Winter White Ale. It is, let's see here, there we go, spiced and citrusy notes. So that sounds pretty interesting. I like Samuel Adams. I think they craft up a good tasting beer, but I always like those seasonal ones. So got to try this one, never had it before. And yeah, take a look at this here. If you see that in your local supermarket or liquor store, definitely pick yourself up some, and I'm going to give it a taste here and tell you guys what I think. So yeah. Just using the old lighter trick here. Get it underneath the cap here and just pop it. There you go. Nothing to it. So yeah. Cheers. first impression, that is really, really good. There's a certain spice to it that I can't really pinpoint. It's almost like maybe like nutmeg, or maybe a tone of some cinnamon, or maybe the two combined. Whatever it is, it definitely, you know, complements that spice taste that they're trying to advertise. But check this out, guys. That right there is a full moon, and it's gonna light this desert up tonight. I mean, that is, it don't get bigger than that, man. That's a big, big moon. So I'm sure as soon as that moon comes up and over a little more, it is really gonna light up that area out here that's just really open and vast. But I got the grill up here on the fire here. Gonna cook up some dinner here momentarily. It's just time to really relax and have a beer. One thing that's changed since the last time I spoke to you guys, and it's probably been about an hour and a half now, is quickly I thought, all right, I'm not gonna sleep in the back of that truck. Reason being is it does freeze here in the high desert, believe it or not. Desert does freeze here. So I thought no tarp, no any kind of overhead protection. I decided to go ahead and whip up a makeshift shelter, and by all means, it's not my best work, but I made it work, and it's going to work for me tonight. Let's go have a look at this makeshift shelter that I made. It is by all means, I'd call it ugly, wonky, whatever you want to call it, but hey, it's going to do the job. So there I got a 2x2 that was there in the back of the truck. I have a hat propped up underneath, so that way the tarp doesn't get damaged by the sharp edges of that 2x2. And then I got the cot all laid out, sleeping bag there. Same concept back there in the corner. You can see I got another 2x2. Got the camp light here, so at least when I'm getting into bed here tonight, I will be able to light this area up. But yeah, check this out. I got one of the tie downs going up to the front of the ATV. Hey, does the job, right? Then of course, for all the other three corners, I just kind of tied them down to various tree stumps. All the good accessible tree trunks are pretty far away. Everything's unlevel out here, so I just kind of compromised and made do with what was easily available. And by all means, doing this in the dark, it's kind of a challenge because you're really restricted on trying to find a good area to find tie downs. So a lot of these little tree trunks I had to pull in from, you know, back here where all the deadfall fell. By all means, not my favorite work, but hey, I'm not going to have frost on the sleeping bag. The way frost tends to set is it pushes down, and it'll catch on top of that tarp. At least that theoretically, that's what I'm thinking. So I guess trial and error. We'll find out tomorrow if I have a layer of ice on the bag. But man, this is such a tasty beer. Yeah, I like to use this stag chili. It's pretty good. Has a little bit of some beans, some meat, of course that spice you're looking for whenever you're having some chili cheese dogs. All right, pair of chili cheese dogs here. I like a little layer of mustard on mine, so I put a little bit underneath the cheese, serve on some of that chili. Here we go. Dinner is served. Man, I'm hungry. Alright guys, after a long day being out here, closer to 8 o'clock now, haven't had anything to eat since about 9 o'clock this morning when I decided to come out here and do what I'm doing. It's time to eat, solve some hunger issues here. There's just something about a simple meal. Chili cheese dogs. Yeah, look at that. That cheese is nice and melted in there. That is so awesome. Well guys, I'm gonna go ahead and wrap up dinner and I'll catch you guys here in just a little bit. Alright guys, it is getting later and later and I am tired. It is 11 o'clock, so time to jump into the sleeping bag and go to sleep, man. Yeah, good night. I'll see you guys in the morning. Tell you what, man, having a hot cup of coffee on fresh mornings, such a compliment to wake up to. Plus that extra boost of caffeine, man. Gotta love that. But yeah, camp is already broke down and squared away. I quickly got to that right away and thought, man, just put that stuff away. You know, that's probably the worst part of camping to me is waking up and having to put that stuff away. It's just kind of like a reality check. You're going like, man, back to the concrete jungle, that is, you know, aka the city. But life is good, man. I can't complain. You know, that's where we make our living, and it allows us the opportunity to come out here and just take a fresh breath of air away from all that nonsense that happens. But yeah, awesome stuff out here, man. I think the plan for today is just gonna wrap up drinking some coffee. I have a protein shake and I'll probably have that with some yogurt. Again, I'm not a big breakfast guy. I think you guys know that already, but I just like to keep it quite simple and easy when I'm out here in the backcountry, just so I could get up and get moving with my day and not have the chore of cleaning all these dishes and doing different things like that. Yeah, I'm gonna take a stroll in the ATV here shortly. There's a lookout point over here that I'd like to go and check out and see what that looks like. But yeah, not much going on other than just chilling, man. Alright guys, let's go have a look at this lookout point that I had spotted from Google Earth. I was doing a little bit of looking around and saw a point of interest that I'm curious to go and have a look at. So head over and check it out, man. This is where the two channels come and meet at this area right here. Yeah. Got all carried away by that view. And what a pretty area. Good place to take up the drone, no doubt. What a cool little lookout point. Glad I came over here just to have a look. Like the way these two waters kind of merge in together into the main flowing river here, which is the Rio Grande River. But yeah, awesome view out here. Like I said, it's just a unique area when you see from drone perspective just how arid and dry it looks, but then when you come along this river valley, how everything comes to life. And it's just the main artery for New Mexico to have this water. Other than that, you start getting into these far out places and it's just dry out here. That's just the way it is in this part of the country here. But you know, I don't take it for granted. I love it. I enjoy just getting out here and having the opportunities that we do. So that's what makes life beautiful like that, man. But you know, here's an interesting fact about this place, and I don't think it's right here exactly. In fact, I think it's farther south. One of the videos that Outdoor Boy YouTube channel put up was actually filmed in this vicinity. He went out with the guy known as Muddy River Catfishing. His name is Chris Flores. But yeah, they went up into this area, did some catfishing. They didn't do too well on that trip. Catfish is more of a warm body fish to fish. But when they came out here, yeah, they caught some fish. I think it was one of them, I can't remember exactly, in a snowstorm out here. Yeah, desert snowstorm. So it's kind of cool to see regardless. But yeah, check out that video. I'll have to put a link in the description so you could see which one I'm talking about with the Outdoor Boy YouTube channel. But yeah, the guy Muddy River Catfishing, and I mean, look at this water. Perfect name for his channel, right? Muddy River. Looks like chocolate milk floating down the river here. But he pulls out some pretty sizable monster flathead catfish from this area. I mean, he could pull out some that are 30 pounds and above. So I don't know what the state record is for New Mexico. I'm sure it's got to be close to 70 pounds, if not more. It could be wrong. I don't keep track of those statistics, but yeah, I mean, 40 pounds, there's got to be a record catfish in here somewheres, right? So makes me think that I want to come out here and throw a pole out here and see what kind of catfish we could pull in. And I don't know, never know. Might have to cook that guy up over a fire, make some tacos or something like that. But yeah, I'm gonna head out for the day. It's already getting later and later. Time just flies, man. It's one of those things that you wish you just had a day where just time travels slow. So yeah, let's head up on the wheeler, make some tracks, and get out of here, guys. Yeah, let's go ahead and head on out of here. In fact, I'm gonna probably go down this little spot right here. Why not? Why not? A couple pieces of trash here. Let me go ahead and pick up these guys. Where was the other one? There it is. Set it here and I'll take it out. I don't know if it was left or it could have been floated down in the river here when it was deeper, and that's where it laid to rest after that water pushed through. Yeah, it's crazy just how warm it gets in the middle of the day here. We have already got to be 60, maybe 70 degrees. I wouldn't doubt it gets close to 80. And of course, right now we're in a record-breaking heat. So this is all unusual for this time of year too out here. Usually it's a little cooler. I'm not going to say much cooler, but you could probably knock off another 10 degrees to that. So it should be in the low 60s for highs and at least getting into the 20s at night for freezing points, but that's just not the case right now, man. I don't know what you want to call it, global warming, climate change. There's so many terms for it. It's hard to follow and keep up, but it doesn't take a science test to let me know that definitely something unusual is happening across the whole country and world with all these different mood swings that the weather goes through. But man, recapping kind of the way things went, It was unfortunate that I didn't come across a turkey. I already knew it was going to be a hard area to hunt. You know, there's just very small, dense areas where those birds actually live out here, believe it or not, just as some of their range, the Rio Grande turkey. But I do have a turkey hunt coming up. Will not film that one, but I do have high hopes that that's going to be a successful one. Yeah, another area where this river comes through. It pretty much travels north to south. Not pretty much, that is its line. But there's all these different arteries throughout the state that feed this river little by little. And of course, its main water supply is up there in the Colorado mountains, up there in the Rio Grande National Forest. Traditionally, this river is fed by all the snow melt that comes off from that region. And I mean, if it's enough snow to make a river run, I guess that's a testament to just how much snow that portion of Colorado could receive. But yeah, man, until the next one, guys, really enjoyed myself. It's been a while, but I will see you guys on the next video. I'm out. Peace, guys.